Call of Duty have just released their brand new Warzone game mode. It's a battle royale, 150 players, and it's completely free. But in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys so many tips and tricks, telling you guys how to get wins back to back on the new game mode, the brand new battle royale. It's going to start off with some beginner tips and tricks, and we're going to get slightly advanced as the video goes on. So guys, I am live streaming this nearly every day, so I need you guys to do me a favor for helping you. Just hit that subscribe button with push notifications on, and maybe chuck a like if you're feeling generous, and it will really help me out. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Starting things off with tip number 1. Now, your landing location, the first thing you do when you're entering the battle royale game mode. So landing is super important. If you're a beginner or you're just getting used to the game, you want to go somewhere slightly out of your way so that you can get loot without having too many people rush you. Now, the map is pretty huge, but there is also 150 players in the same game that you are. In fact, in this footage right here in the gameplay, you can see that there are 51 groups of people, there is 137 people playing the match, and I have 0 kills at that moment in time. Then the other counter slightly to the right, which is slowly dropping down, is the amount of people still left in the plane. So depending on whether you're going for a high kill match or whether you're trying to just go for the win, if you're going for the win, you want to land somewhere towards the end, a little bit further away from the plane, and you can use that counter of how many people are left in the plane to your advantage, because you want to jump out right towards the end after everyone else has jumped out to get as far away as possible. If you're going for high kill games, you want to jump out to a named location much earlier. Now, taking a look at this map, you can see the start location and the end location. So if you're going for a win, the best places that you could land is dam or military base or the surrounding buildings. The reason is it's towards the end, you can jump out, fly over, and it's not going to be too crowded, and you can get yourselves a lot of good loot, so then you can push on forward to the rest of the game. Now that we've discussed landing locations, let's go more specifically into the loot that you want to be picking up. Finding these blue boxes are like chests in Fortnite or in Apex Legends. Now, they drop you good loot and you get like armor plates and lots of other god tier weapons. Now, you can get colored tier weapons in this game mode. So you have grey for regular, then you have green, then you have blue, then you have purple, and then you have gold. Now, these will be the attachments and how kitted out the actual weapon is. You can also find red, but those are custom loadouts, and we'll get into that later in this video. You can't actually find attachments around the map to put onto the weapons like could in Blackout, but they're different tier weapons that you can pick up. So make sure you look for the banner just above the weapons, and they will have a different color to them. Another thing's learning your weapons. Now, a lot of people will be coming over to Battle Royale without playing Modern Warfare. All the weapons are in the Modern Warfare game, so most of us who have the game already know how good certain weapons are and how bad other ones are. So it's important for you to just keep playing, learn the weapons, and usually I use 2 different weapons for my weapon slots. I have a short range and then I have a longer range. Personally, I like having an AR for that long distance or a sniper, and then on my secondary I will have either a shotgun or I will have a submachine gun like the P90 or MP7. It's really good for close combat and does a lot more damage close up, and obviously with the longer range weapons you can shoot further and get more damage done. Now, some of the other things that you can pick up is your L1 and R1 slot when you press them together, or separately your L1 and R1, your lethal and tactical slots. Now, what you have in these is entirely up to you, but it depends whether you're a pushing player or you're playing more defensive. Things like trophy systems might be more advised for you than dead silence if you're not a pushing player, but having lethal stims is really helpful as well if you're in gunfight and you want to quickly heal up. It's so important to have the right loadouts, but of course you have to go around the map and find it and make do with what you have. So it's entirely up to you. Again, you're going to have to learn what's best for your play style. Now that we've spoken about weapons, let's move on to a very important thing, Money! Money in this game is so crucially important. It can do so much. In the bottom left, you can see your whole trio's money loadout and see how much cash they have. Money in this game can buy you armor plates, self-revive kits, it can buy you weapon loadouts, it can revive your friends back from the dead if they've lost or they've already done their Gulag Showers combat. And we'll get into that stuff in a moment. Overall, money in this game can get you so much. Another tip for you guys is if you die in the game, then you will lose most of your money. I had $20,000 in this match, and after I died, it was all gone. I had about 200 or 600, around that range. So remember, if you're in a tough situation and someone's going to stay back, maybe drop them the money, because in this game, if you hold up on your D-pad, I'm not too sure on the controls for keyboard and mouse, but you can drop stacks or all of your money to your teammates. So where can I get me some dollar bills? Well, you can get them from crates, you can get them from kills, and you can get it from contracts. I'll get into contracts in another tip. I think that deserves its whole own section. But that's where you get your money from. So you've got your money, you understand how important it is, but now buying stuff with it. You have to go to the buying stations. Now looking at this picture from the shop here, it shows you all the different prices from the stuff you can buy. Now armor plate bundle gives you 5 different armor plates to stack up. Shield turret, cluster strike, precision airstrike, UAV, are all kill streaks that will help you. UAVs just for the location, but the others are a physical attack and a loadout that allows you to attack the enemy. And some of them are really useful, but there are some things in this that are more useful than others. Self-revive kits are incredible. When you go down, you can self-revive without a teammate having to pick you up. That's if the enemy isn't shooting you while you're down. You can, if they're very slow to killing you while you're down, you still can self-revive and get back up, but it's really helpful. Ammunition box, it gives you ammo, of course. Then loadout drop marker. You actually use this in the trial, but it gives you weapons if your loadout isn't exactly the best, and that's where the red variant of weapons come in. You create your classes and it allows you to pick a class that you've customized. My favorites that I buy every time is the armored plate bundle, which is incredible to make sure you're stacked up. You can find them around the map, but it's relatively cheap, and it's good if you just need to buy some quickly if you've used it up or you've just had a fight. The self-revive kit, the loadout drop marker, are also incredible. Those are my recommendations. The others are up to your discretion if you want to push. So if your friends have died and they need reviving and they haven't won their Gulag Showers, they're going to be spectating you, but it's not over for them, because on the right hand side there, the purchase redeployment, you can see your teammates there, and if they're down, let you purchase it for $4,500. As we're on the topic of reviving, let's talk about Gulag Showers itself. When you die in this game for the first time, it brings you to Gulag Showers. You're taken to this prison where you'll be spectating people battling it out in the middle. It's always a 1v1 situation, and you'll be waiting for your turn to 1v1 somebody. Now, you can only do this one time. If you die after your Gulag Showers, then you won't be coming back to here. You'll be straight to spectating, where your team will have to buy you back for redeployment in the shop. Now, if you lose your Gulag Showers, you'll go into spectating. If you win your 1v1 in Gulag Showers, I think I'm saying Gulang wrong, but if you win your 1v1 in Gulag Showers, you will redeploy back into the map. Now, if you've played any Battle Royale, the storm comes in, it stops, it comes in again after the time is finished, it stops, and the circles progressively get smaller and smaller. When the storm's at a certain size, which is pretty small, you won't be able to go into Gulag Showers at all. It cuts off. So if you are going to do it, I'll do it earlier. If you're going to take some risky plays, you want to do the risky plays earlier on in the game. So in your Gulag Showers match, you want to be super careful, because you only have 100 health, you don't regen on your health, and if you die, you die. If you win, you get redeployed. But even though the middle section of the map is consistently changing every time you load into a Battle Royale game mode, the premise of it is pretty similar. So you will Be spawned in a central location. You're either side and you'll either go to the right, left, or they'll be in the middle. Now, one thing is you will always have stuns and grenades, and you don't want to get stunned because you won't be able to look around and they could push you and just shoot you in a couple of taps. So you want to avoid conflict straight away. Besides practicing Gulag Showers, the best advice that I could give you is don't sit back and wait to be pushed. You want to try and stick to one side, cover it, and get it done as quick as possible. If you lose, it doesn't matter, your friends can redeploy you back in. Otherwise, you will get back in. So there's nothing to stress in this situation. And one last thing, if you win and you redeploy, you've lost most of your money and you're spawning with your general pistol. So you want to find loot and go to a discluded area and get yourself that loot, boy. Now, anyone that's coming over from Fortnite will have a little bit of a panic because you can't build to stop bullets from shooting you. You're going to have to take more cover and plan your routes just slightly more. You can't build in front of you or do any ramp builds, so you're going to have to prepare yourself. For general gameplay, one of the best things that you can do is find a house to get yourself inside. It has multiple cover, it will have certain entrances, and if you're working with your teammates, you can cover those entrances so that you won't get pushed. If you are going to be taking cover in buildings and you want to stay on the outside of the storm circle, this is really good so you don't get pushed from all different directions. If you're in the middle of the map, then you're going to get pushed from all around you. If you're on the edge by the circle, it means you're only going to get pushed from ahead of you or to your right and left. So it cuts out some areas that teams could come and push you from. Now, using this tactic, you want to have a vehicle nearby because if the circle's far away, if you get stuck in that storm without the gas mask, then you're going to be taking a lot of damage. So having a vehicle nearby while you're sitting in the buildings taking cover is going to be helpful for you to get into the next circle edge when it becomes available. Moving on to contracts. Now, they look like that right there, but they're these little magnifying glasses. They give you different tasks and they're a great way of getting money. Between yourself and your team, you can only do one contract at a time. But contracts have different objectives each time. Some of the ones that we've seen are capture the flag, or open a specific crate that you find, or hunt down an enemy player. If you're going for a win, sometimes it's not even worth risking just to do the contract for the money. But if you can do it and you've got time to spare with the circle and there's no one around you, I really recommend doing the contracts. They are amazing. Right here, you can see me and my teammates, we're all together, we're doing the objective, and you get bonus if you do more of them, which gives you more money, and that's really good for if you want to buy stuff, of course. So honestly, find the contracts, get them done. There's loads around the entire map and they spawn at random times. Now for the 40th and final tip. This is going to be a mega tip. Practice, guys. Practice. The more you play, the more you will get better. Do not beat yourself up if you are not winning matches. Don't beat yourself up. It will come with time and skill and practice. Just keep playing. You'll learn new methods, what works for you, what your player type is. You just need to play, learn the weapons, learn what you're good with, learn what all the equipment do. And over time, can that only be achieved? So the best advice that I could give is practice. If you're going for a win or you're really struggling for a win, come join my live streams and we will get you that win. And that is a promise from me. So guys, I appreciate you. I hope all of these tips helped you out. I've put a lot of time into making these type of videos and my ones in the past have done really well and helped many people. If you guys could please subscribe with push notifications on. You'll be doing me a huge favor. I've always wanted to do this for a career and you'll be helping me out massively. I've got so much more content coming out for Modern Warfare or Battle Royale and Warzone. I've got a lot planned and we got vlogs coming in summer. So I'd really appreciate if you guys could help me out by smashing that like button, subscribing, and simply putting them notifications on. But guys, I really hope these tips helped you. Let me know how you did and if you got your win from this video. I really do appreciate you guys. Have a fantastic day and I'll see you in the Warzone. Peace out, Team Twizz. Much love.